All right, welcome back, everyone. I hope you're ready for today's deep dive because we're about to jump into something pretty interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to this.
We're right on the edge here between phase 4, which was all about streamline and expand, and phase 5, month-end blitz in our 30 Days to Sell Cars program. It's exciting.
Definitely. And honestly, I think it's the perfect moment to really reflect on what everyone's achieved already. Because let's be real, phase four was packed with some seriously valuable stuff.
Totally. I mean, think about it. We were setting up systems, diving deep into content strategy, and even adding new tools to the sales arsenal.
All those pieces that might seem small on their own.
Exactly. But they lay the groundwork for some pretty big shifts,
Mm.
especially when we start thinking about how the industry is evolving.
Absolutely. And that's where I think it gets really interesting, right? Because we're talking about AI, automation, all these things that, let's be honest, can sound a little intimidating at first.
Oh, yeah, for sure. When I first heard AI in car sales, I had this image of robots replacing salespeople on the floor.
Right, like some sci-fi movie scenario. But phase four really highlighted how these technologies are actually here to help, to make things easier, more efficient.
It's all about freeing up your time so you can focus on what truly matters, building relationships and closing those deals.
Couldn't agree more. It's like, think about those hours you used to spend on email follow-ups.
Tell me about it.
Now, boom, an automated system takes care of it, and what happens? You suddenly have an extra hour, maybe two, each day. What could you do with that kind of time back in your day?
Oh man, the possibilities.
Mhm.
Checking in with the team more thoroughly, really diving into those leads, even having more face-to-face time with customers.
See, that's what I'm talking about. And suddenly, those small tweaks from phase four are transforming you into a month-end blitz superstar.
It's true, because we're not just checking off tasks, right? We're shifting our entire approach.
Exactly. And that's key because the automotive industry is changing faster than ever. The dealerships that thrive, they're going to be the ones who embrace change.
Okay, so let's break that down a bit. What does embracing change actually look like when you're on the dealership floor day in and day out?
Love that question. Because it's easy to talk about these big concepts, but the real magic happens in the application, right?
Absolutely.
So let's get specific. We keep hearing about this AI-driven world, but what does that actually mean for selling cars?
Yeah, give us a real-world example.
All right, picture this. You have all your customer data, everything from past purchases to their browsing history, even service appointments. Now imagine using AI to analyze all that data to predict who's most likely to, say, buy a new SUV this month.
Whoa. Okay, so it's like having a crystal ball, but instead of magic, it's data-driven insights.
Exactly. It takes the guesswork out of who to target. So instead of cold calling everyone on a list, you're having targeted conversations with customers who are already primed to buy.
Now that's what I call efficiency. And it frees you up to focus on what you do best. Building those relationships, guiding customers to that perfect car.
It's a win-win for sure.
It's incredible to see how far we've come in just these 4 weeks.
Yeah.
But, I can't help but wonder, what happens next?
That's the big question, right?
What happens when the tech gets even smarter? How can dealerships stay ahead of the curve?
You hit the nail on the head. Because it's a constantly evolving landscape, and honestly, the key is continuous learning. It's those skills you honed in phase four. Refining systems, crafting compelling content, analyzing data. These are the building blocks for success in this new era.
So it's about building on what we've already accomplished.
Exactly. Just like you invested the time to master those skills in phase four, staying ahead means investing in ongoing training and development. It's like upgrading your toolkit, right?
Like trading in that old rusty wrench for a high-powered drill. You're still doing the work, but you're doing it faster and with more precision.
Exactly. And the best part, all those small actions, those consistent efforts, they compound over time. Every system you optimize, every piece of content you perfect, every new skill you master, it all adds up.
It's like a snowball effect, gathering momentum. And that's the energy you need to fuel your month-end blitz.
Couldn't have said it better myself. You've built the foundation, honed your skills, and now it's showtime. Time to see it all come together.
Absolutely. We've covered a lot of ground today, from the nitty-gritty of systems to the bigger picture of AI and the future of car sales. But I want to leave you with one final thought.
I'm all ears.
As you move into the month-end blitz, think about this. How will you leverage the momentum and insights from phase 4 to dominate those sales in phase 5? You've got this.
That's the perfect note to end on. Go out there and crush it.
Until next time.
See you then.